Our next keynote session will be moderated by Professor Charmo Koo from Kyunghee University. The topic for this session is AI in the service industry. Please join me in welcoming our keynote speaker, Mr. Christian Deitzman, the CEO of AI Space and Consultancy.
Can you hear me?
Hello, Truman.
Good. Hey, where are you from now?
I'm in Germany right now, so it's in the very, very early morning right now.
What time is there?
It's 3:14. Yeah. Honestly,
This is a real globalization, okay? We are borderless, timeless, okay? You are showing us the evidence of globalization. Look forward to your keynote to speak. Go ahead,
Thank
please.
you very much. And thank you very much for the invitation. Warm morning greetings from Germany to Seoul. And I'm very happy to share some thoughts on AI and the service industry with you today on the Second World Conference on Smart Tourism. And just a short introduction on myself. Professor Cho Moko and me, we got to know each other through the research between University Kyunghee and Leipzig. And yes, I have an own company right now together with these two guys, Lasse and Timon, and we are offering consultancy regarding AI, and we also created an own tool named Doc AI. So we're not only about we are not only serving with communication about AI, but also with solutions and strategy development. And it's our vision to structure the sustainable integration of AI in organizations. And as I already said, and one of the major findings of my research was that AI is very much about communication. So you can ask 10 people to define AI, and you will minimum get 11 different opinions. So that's at least my experience. So it's very important to sharpen the understanding on AI and to enable communication. So let's start with a short question from my side. So it's a very specific question, I have to admit, but do you have an idea what is currently the hottest topic of discussion in Germany right now?
The unification of Germany.
Sorry?
The unification of Germany.
Not really anymore, but still, it's a European thing, so to say. So we have the European championships, the soccer championships right now.
Yeah.
And there was a situation when in the last game of the German national team, we were playing against Spain, which is a very strong team, a very strong soccer team. And Germany was performing quite good. And there was a situation when a Spanish player, a field player, used his hand accidentally to stop the ball and to prevent the goal, so to say. So it was a foul play. So it was kind of unfair, at least that's what the Germans think. And so this is a very good introduction into the topic of AI, in this sense that we have a problem. Let's put it that way. We have a problem in this game. So we always want to have a fair game. So we created in Europe, or I think worldwide now, it's they have created this video assistant referee, which should help to detect unfair situations and to enable the referee to recap the situation, like to check whether there was a hand play or whether there was a foul, like a dangerous situation or something like this, so that there can be fairness in the game. And that's actually a very good thing. But as we can see, it's not like always properly working, which is, I would say, okay. But On the other hand, we have also these people, like some of my friends, they are always telling me, yeah, this is disrupting the flow of the game. So they think it's quite a good thing to have. But on the other hand, they are always complaining that it's like you have too many stops and disruptions in the game. So what is this? What does this problem has to do with the service industry? So in the service industry, we have also some problems, so to say. Let's have a look at a very easy example. So when you're going to your favorite cafe in the morning, you don't want to have a waiting line and a long queue. So what people created with AI and robotics was, of course, I called them the robo cafe baristas. So I would say, I mean, I tried this coffee in Seoul once, so it was very delicious. So there was nothing bad to say about. But some people, they could also complain that they're missing the warm atmosphere within the cafe, and maybe they're missing their favorite barista. So to put it in a nutshell, there will be always some complaints about the AI usage. And as I formulated it here in the title, there is a war going on right now between efficiency and, let's say, emotions. So we humans always want to have a fair game. We don't want to have long queues, but on the other hand, we always want to have this emotional component. And I think that's a very human thing. We are not just thinking in terms of money, but also in terms of emotions. And that's very important, I think, for the service industry. And yeah, the question that I raised in the beginning that I want to address first, before talking about the impact of AI on the service industry, is we are entering this new era of AI, or even generative AI. And the first thing to make clear again is, how are these AI models actually learning? And the thing is that data is really the new oil right now. This is not only a saying anymore, because these data helps us to train our AI models. And after testing and getting feedback from the users, we need to access new kind of data, more specialized kind of data, to make our AI models perform better, especially when we are talking about industry-specific knowledge. Then it's very much required to access new data and to provide it for the training. And what is new right now about generative AI is that we can work with many different file types, like text and image and audio. These are the file types that we already experienced through, for instance, ChatGPT. And Hollywood is also a bit fearing AI right now, because there are models raising that are able to manipulate and generate videos. So we are not only able to generate these file types that I just mentioned, but we can also summarize them right now, or even compare them, analyze them, optimize them, which is very interesting. Maybe some of you still have some old VHS videos of yourself or your children even. And right now it's possible to optimize these videos once you have it in a digital format. So this is, I think, a very interesting thing. And there are many, many use cases arising, not only in the private, for private usage, but also for business usage as well. Just think of like very difficult or dangerous situations for movie makers, like diving to an old ship that was sunk on the sea. So there are many interesting cases right now going on, not only with the video generation, but also with the other file types. But I think you already seen them, at least in the presentations of OpenAI. So we have now a world that has plenty of options, plenty of opportunities. And in such a case, it always makes sense to structure a bit the knowledge and to think about the perspectives. That's why we defined, let's say, two big types of AI. On the left-hand side, you can see the Office AI box, so to say. So this is the AI applications that offer a lot of opportunities on the individual working level. Like these are the applications such as OpenAI, ChatGPT, and Copilot that we are already using. And the good thing is that it's like AI as a service. So it's just, we just book the license, the $28 per month license, for instance, from OpenAI. So, and we have everything at hand. We don't need any programming skills, and we can replace some repetitive tasks in our daily work, especially for scientists. I think there is a lot of opportunities for analyzing literature, for instance. But on the other hand, we are not only having this Office AI use cases, we are also having business AI use cases that we can implement, for instance, with low-code and no-code AI. So we just entered an era where we are not forced to program anymore. So we can, for instance, optimize standardized business processes quite easily with, so to say, drag and drop skills and some basic skills in AI and programming. So this is not a big thing anymore, and we don't need any knowledge about infrastructure. In that case, we just need to calculate the costs, of course, by the end of the day, because what we originally defined as AI was usually somehow the individual AI that we are calling it right now. So we expected to apply something like Python and to run it on Azure, or we apply R or some fancy statistics programs. I mean, we can still invest in these AI use cases, but as you know from the stock market, it's high risk, high return. So every time you are investing in an individual AI, you must be aware of that you're entering a complex world, and that you're probably dealing with large amounts of data. So let's say you want to train a neural network with specific information. You cannot be sure whether the result by the end of the day, the new trained neural network, will be of any worth for your business. So that's it's the harsh truth by the end of the day. And that's the reason why we have large companies such as OpenAI investing in such neural networks, because it's very time and money consuming, and you need a lot of development know-how. And of course, you need to know how to set up your own AI infrastructure. So what we are seeing on the bottom is that we are, of course, from the left to the right, are entering more and more the core value creation, as I already said. Like the more we go to the right-hand side, the more value we can create with AI. But I think right now we should focus on the middle part that we can implement, for instance, with retrieval augmented generation systems, which are shortly named RAG systems. Quite interesting technology that uses large language models and specific data containers, connects them both with each other, and avoids hallucinations. And this is one of the, I would say, biggest challenges right now in AI. Besides of the definition of AI and the different types of AI, we always need to consider the value that we wanted to create and the needs that are behind. From my PhD thesis, I defined that we have, so to say, some deficit needs in our organizations sometimes. So sometimes we simply need to reduce costs, because we are not really competitive anymore, or we just need to increase revenues or minimize our risks to secure economic existence by the end of the day. So this could be a very simple but valuable motivation. Two more motivations could be also to improve the quality of our products, to be more competitive or enter new markets by developing new products so that we can improve our market position. Another growth need could be also to, of course, to explore and research and enable a knowledge advantage for the organization for the long run. So this could be different strategic approaches that we can follow, and these are actually still the same as they've been for decades, I would say. I think we still need to keep an eye on that. So as I already said, identifying AI use cases is often a bit challenging, especially when it comes to the war between efficiency and emotions. So this can be a very harsh war in an organization. And in the service industry, there are also many specifics because it's a very human-centered industry. So on the left-hand side, you can see a very exemplary value creation process that is starting with the service design and developing marketing and sales, and going over to a service delivery, feedback and improvement, and finally also performance monitoring. And along these value chain, you can identify a lot of use cases, like plenty, hundreds of use cases. And I brought here a small selection of use cases, like 11 use cases. I don't want to go into the detail with every use case, but as I already said, we should focus on some values that we can create. So from our long list of use cases, from marketing campaigns, personalized recommendations, chatbot implementation, price optimization, automated translation, and so on and so forth, I selected 3 use cases that I thought could be of value for a service organization. For instance, marketing campaigns. As we just seen, increasing revenues is always a topic for service companies, and marketing campaigns are designed to increase revenues. So we should focus on this case in the first instance. And the second case, which is always very interesting to further develop your organization and your product, is of course customer reviews and the analysis of feedback. And by the end of the day, we want to discuss a very futuristic case, the smart hotel room, which I think is something worthwhile. So let's go into the first case. The first case, as I already said, could be a case for revenue increase. And the good thing is that we are now having in the Microsoft world these co-pilots. And maybe some of you have heard of the Microsoft Dynamics solution, which is like the enterprise resource planning software from Microsoft. And if we want to automate our email campaigns, we can, for instance, apply our Copilot within Microsoft Dynamics and create new email campaigns out of the box, so to say. And the good thing is why it is so easy to create it with Microsoft Copilot, because Microsoft Copilot has access to all our organizational knowledge via the Microsoft Graph. So within the Microsoft Graph, all the organizational knowledge is contextualized. So every email, every meeting, every chat, and that makes it quite easy for the Copilot to, of course, design email campaigns, because this tool already knows our customers and our segments. So it could be quite a good case. And as we already introduced, Copilot is, of course, AI as a service. So it's not a big deal to book this tool and to get ready for designing new email campaigns. The second case is about the automated customer reviews and feedback analysis. And this case, yeah, is a bit more maybe technically, at least I'm explaining it a bit more technically. So here's the idea that you are receiving feedback from your customers via different channels, and you can, let's say, download these reports, you can download these reports in different formats, different documents, let's say Word, PDF, and what you want to do right now is to analyze the positive feedback and the negative feedback of your clients. So there's basically the first option is the conversation with a large language model, which is, I think, the most common way we're analyzing documents right now. So we are uploading it in a tool that can be, let's say, ChatGPT or another LLM-based tool. And we are asking all the questions that we are having about these specific content. So the thing is, we have a maximum of, I think 10 documents or something that we can upload. And that's the first, the first hurdle or the first barrier. And the second barrier is that we can only ask one question at a time, and we can never be sure whether the tool hallucinates during the process. And if it hallucinates, we have to start from scratch again. So the other option could be that we automate the whole process, that we predefine the questions, that we test the questions, and that we can upload more than 10 documents. That would be the second option, which is not that popular right now, but this is a very valuable solution for having it in one click, the analysis. And afterwards, you can download the file. And the good thing is that the process has not ended yet, because you can further apply your insights from your analysis, for instance, for your internal planner for your organization, or you want to send some emails based on your feedback, or you even want to assign some tasks or to further develop your products based on these insights. So this is like the low-code AI solution that I showed you. So this is a quite good example of a, let's say, standardized process that has clear expectations and that we can test. So it's like not too risky case, but we can leverage the technology quite good. And now we are going to the most interesting third case, which is the smart hotel room, and which is, of course, an individual AI case. And I tried to design a very futuristic hotel room, a smart hotel room, of course, with the ChatGPT tool. And my result here, I mean, it looks quite nice, but still, from my perspective, there are too many screens in the room. So I don't want to live in a hotel room full of screens, reminding me of work while sleeping. So I made another try, and I told the tool to just give me a room with a lot of space, with a good view out of the window. So this is what we actually want a hotel room to look like. And I mean, behind the scenes, it could still be smart, because I mean, sensors don't need any screen, and maybe we have the AI in our pocket. So maybe you heard about the plans of Apple to have like this Apple Intelligence app, where you can give Apple access to your data, and you have like your small assistant or your small AI in the pocket. And maybe in the future, we can, let's say, check in with our AI into a hotel, and the hotel room knows all our preferences. Another thing would be that we could speak with the hotel room, so that we can tell the hotel room all our preferences while having our data securely stored, of course, because yeah, what's happening in the room should stay in the room. And yeah, so there are some use cases evolving around. So the first thing from my perspective would be to feel like at home. I want to enter a hotel room where I feel like entering my own apartment. And this could be made possible, as I said, by, for instance, the personal AI, maybe via the smartphone. Another very important aspect is better sleep quality. So maybe we have like smart pillows here in this window or smart mattresses that are tracking our sleep and waking us up in the perfect sleeping cycle. So that would be a very preferable thing to have in a hotel room. Another one would be that my personal AI, when I check into my hotel room, already transfers some health information about myself, and the hotel knows what my body needs, maybe some exercises or some wellness, whatever the hotel offers. And this would be another good thing to feel like at home. And another thing, of course, would be to to get some individual needs covered, like the olfactory things, like how it smells in the room when you're going to bed, or you maybe like some specific care products in your room, or maybe you need some softer pillows because that's usually the case when I'm traveling. Pillows are mostly too hard, so I like them a bit more soft. Yeah, so this could be a good thing to have. And last but not least, of course, also, the individual menu composition, as I called it. So based on your sleep quality, your movement, and maybe also the information from your personal AI, you can get provided with the perfect nutrition, which is also very important to feel like at home from my perspective. And yeah, that brought me to another idea, which is quite simple and has nothing to do with AI. But by the end of the day, I think mini bars should more look like this. So a bit more vegetables, a bit more fruits, to stay healthy and to feel like at home. And of course, from all these information and use cases that I just mentioned, we can train like our hotel AI, our individual AI, with a lot of information, a lot of guest preferences. I mean, these are sensitive information, but if we store them securely, I think we will all profit and yeah, have a better hotel experience by the end of the day. So this was the third case related to the to the hotel management industry, so to say. And to draw an overall summary, I made some remarks on the opportunities of AI in the service industry. And I think when we are not thinking from the customer perspective, but also from the employee perspective, we could definitely say that AI helps to reduce the information overload that we are all experiencing at work. So we have a lot of emails, we have a lot of conversations via chat, via telephone, whatever. So this could help, I think. And the good thing is that we have a very easy access to the technology right now. We can book it as a service. We can chat with these bots, so there's no programming language required anymore, which makes it very easy to use also for people that are not very technically skilled. So it helps us to reduce repetitive tasks, of course, and also to prevent some manual errors. For instance, when replying to customer inquiries or something like this. On the other hand, we of course are seeing some challenges right now. So I'm not, I think, exaggerating when I say that we are now in I would say in an AI hype also. So what we're seeing in some projects is that, it's very challenging to overcome the valley of tears, as we are saying. in Germany. So like you're having very high expectations, but then you are going into a project, you're testing a lot, and you don't have the results right at hand, but it requires some effort. So people are getting a bit frustrated after a time, and yeah, it takes some creativity and some good work to reach the plateau of productivity, as the Gartner hype cycle says. So that's a one challenge. Another challenge is that we have some kind of paradigm shift right now that we are observing. So we are not always talking about process improvements anymore, but it's more, as I already said, also about augmenting human capabilities on the very individual level, which makes it difficult to show the use cases, the everyday use cases for the people, because the humans need to be a bit more creative by themselves, a bit more playful maybe from time to time, and I think some people
Christian,
are expecting too much that we are telling them the exact use
Christian,
cases. Yes.
due to the time constraint, we'd better wrap up your presentation right now. And anyway, we have a lot of questions for you, but we have not much time constraint. Anyway, would you a little bit more wake and then seamlessly connection to the academia, and then we may discuss practical and academia together later. Can you do that for me?
Yes.
Okay.
So what time? Because I need to sleep.
Okay, I know that. Just wake a little bit more time.